This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.
Hey, welcome back. Jonathan Clark with you. We are in the studio with my favorite new band. They are White Reaper. We got Tony, Ryan, Sam, Nick, and Hunter Thompson. Yes. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'm going to have to search you for drugs.
That's fine by me.
Do you have any unpublished novels that you're going to release soon? Or
Nothing, but maybe a few in the works.
I'm sorry.
Stories.
You've heard this your whole life, I'm sure.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
So that is your real name. It's not a stage
real
name.
name.
Get on that
parents made a
mic there. Get on that mic.
My parents made a grave mistake. They didn't know what they were doing.
It's fantastic, though.
It is. It's a cool name, especially whenever you end up in Louisville. Gives you a bit of a status there.
Right. Yeah. But there's no S.
No S, it's an R.
Right. Yeah.
So one off.
It's an R and an M.
R and an M, yeah.
But we have a new album coming out. Can we say the name of it or no? Or you're still discussing titles?
I don't think we can probably say the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we can. Based off a conversation I had yesterday.
There is a name. There is maybe an album.
No, there is an album, but there's no title that you can say right now.
There is an album.
There is. All right, there is an album.
So are you guys all from Louisville?
Except for Hunter.
for me.
Except for Hunter.
Where are you from?
I'm from Texas.
Oh, okay. What town?
I grew up in Fort Worth.
Get on
and
that
I
mic there. Get
I
on
grew
that
up in
mic.
Fort Worth, and then I went to school in Austin, and that's where I met these clowns. And then they took me back to Louisville, back to my heritage, where my family is from.
Okay. The last album is on repeat on my phone, and I when I first got this album, I said that is the best title of an album ever. World's Best American Band. It's kind of like ironic, but who came up with that title?
Man, I can't remember.
I think it was just like a laughing, funny thing we
Yeah.
said, and then we were like, "What if we named the record that?" And then we did.
Yeah, we've
World's
always,
Best American Band. A late night around a table full of beers or something. I mean,
Yeah, that sounds
probably,
like
that sounds right. You guys are playing tonight in New York City at Coney Island Baby in the East Village of Manhattan. Good luck getting in. I mean, it's a tiny place. You know what I mean? It's going to be like Green Day or something. You know, it's going to be
Well, that's nice. Thank you.
it's going to be insane there.
check.
And tomorrow night at the Amityville Music Hall. You ever seen Amityville Horror, the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, love it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I think the house might still be there. I'm not sure.
It's there, but they changed the windows.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you've done your research here.
Oh yeah, we'll be going.
I love
We're going to
that.
drive past it, you know.
We're big horror movie
We're gonna
fans.
wave. I'm gonna wave at it.
Pay our
Um,
respects.
I've seen you guys play like 3 or 4 times, 3 of them in Austin, Texas in 2018 at South by Southwest. How many, did you guys play there this year again or no?
No,
This
first
was our
year
first
off.
one off since we ever went.
So the last year, 2018, how many gigs did you guys do in like 3 days?
I think we did 13 to 15 last
Come on.
year.
I think
Really?
That's right.
The
Yeah,
year
but-
before that we did 17.
But it was
Wow.
in more than 3 days. It was like, we got there a week early.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did 2
So-
weeks last year.
We had a few
2
paycheck
years
gigs
Okay.
beforehand.
That's not real. We don't do that. We don't get paid.
You,
Oh, yeah.
You play for the people.
Yeah, this is all for the love of it.
Just for the love of the game.
There's no money in rock music.
Got some new boots.
Yeah,
a lot of
We got paid in
free
tennis
stuff.
shoes.
New boot,
Got some new boots.
new boot scooting.
I have to say, the first thing I noticed when I saw you guys, being the horrible guitar player that I am, was how you use the harmony guitars in your songs. And I guess the question for Tony and Hunter: were your parents playing like Thin Lizzy records, Allman Brothers records, Boston records? I mean, where did you guys sort of bond on that?
My dad just played the radio, classic rock radio, so I just heard it all that way on the way to, baseball practice or whatever.
Yeah.
My harmonies were through Boston for sure. My parents liked Boston a lot, so I heard a lot of.
Look behind
that.
you, man. Right there.
Boom.
Is it signed?
We don't have Tom Scholl's signature on there. We have 2
The
other
missing
signatures.
piece.
Yeah.
Who signed it?
But so that's involved in a lot of your songs, though. There's always like this really cool, 4-measure, 4-bar, 8-measure, 8-bar break where they're these dueling harmony guitars. I mean, to me, I love that, but what were your favorite guitar players growing up that made you kind of want to do that?
Man, there's a lot of people that are some of my favorite guitar players that don't do that, like Randy Rhoads, like obviously,
Yeah.
Boston's a huge one, Kiss even, just all kinds of, when we started the band, we were listening to all kinds of classic rock, and it seemed to be that everybody was doing that. and it's really fun to play live, stuff like that. And also people love it.
Yeah,
So-
tell me about it. Yeah, they really love it.
It's wild. In the new song, there's, like you said, there's just those like 2 bars, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it sounds like Thin Lizzy, it's awesome!" And the rest of the song is just like, kind of just bass and vocals. But
It's like people had never heard that before.
Well, listen, it's been a while
I
since
guess it has been a while.
since bands have done that. I mean, we can sort of like make an extreme example of, say, like the Beatles. They didn't use a lot of harmony guitars. But if you notice the George Harrison guitar solos are like, okay, you get 4 bars,
yeah.
back to the chorus, back to the bridge or whatever like that. But it works. It makes everything sort of tight and moving forward constantly,
That's what I love, like Elliot Easton's guitar playing for that reason. He
Oh,
follows the
God.
changes very well. It's very melodic soloing that moves with the chord progressions, which, yeah.
He's
that's
really
stuff.
underrated, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he
Mega.
should be way up there in the pantheon, I think.
I would say he's one of the best.
Yeah.
in fact.
You guys are playing a festival in Chicago, Riot Fest in September. And on that bill, a million cool bands, including Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever played with them before?
No, we haven't. I haven't seen him either.
I've
I
never
hope
seen
that
him
we
either.
Get to, I hope we get to go to that whole thing.
Yeah, this is like
'Cause
one of the
there's a lot
first festivals that we all were like, we want to go to the whole festival.
Right. Every band is amazing, right?
And I
Yeah.
love the whole trend of bands playing their albums that you like really want to hear all the way through. I think that's
Block
awesome.
Party too.
Block Party's
Yeah,
playing
Block
Silent
Party.
Alarm
Ween.
in its entirety.
Ween is
Ween.
playing.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah,
So good.
I'm gonna see Ween play Ocean Man live.
Awesome. And then you got some more festivals this summer, including. Have you guys played Reading and Leeds before?
No.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, these are legendary like UK festivals. That's got to be something to look forward to, right?
Dreams
for
coming
sure.
true before our eyes.
Yeah.
Dreams coming true.
This fall too. Of all the gigs so far, what's been the coolest? Maybe it was a certain city, a particular venue. Maybe you met or jammed with one of your rock idols. Top of mind, what comes to mind?
We played with the Killers, and that was definitely a dream come true.
Yeah. that'd
Playing with
be-
them again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Major League All-Star game in
Exactly
Cleveland.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot wait for that. But those shows were a real special time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super nice people too. They're just awesome.
We hadn't played a show almost 6 months to the day of the first Killer show. And so to go back out to that was unbelievable.
Yeah. Dave
Very
Kooning, also underrated.
Very underrated.
Mega
He
underrated.
plays it
Total
simply.
shredder.
Oh, yeah, he rocks. But actually, Brandon told us an interesting piece of information.
Did he
that-
really?
That Ronnie, their drummer, also helps with the guitar parts, and he's written some pretty iconic parts himself.
Yeah.
So,
Ronnie is a funny man too.
Yeah,
So
he's cool.
dude. He's awesome.
He's very funny. Here's what I know about White Reaper songs. They sound, I don't know how to say this. They sound very familiar. It's almost like they've been written, but they haven't been. But that's what's so great about the White Reaper songs. Immediately, there's like a recognition there. I mean, it's your own sound. You definitely have your influences. But I mean, I'll confess, I've heard parts of the new album.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. That's all I'm going to say. And it is fantastic.
sorry.
It is so good. Every single song
Thanks, man.
has that sort of familiar ring to it,
Thank
man.
you.
Do you guys get that sense, when you're listening to playback in the studio? And
People usually it's just panic attacks. In the studio, it's panic attacks. But after we record, what we get a lot of comments that's like, this song is this era. This is the '70s era song, and then this next song is the '80s era song, and we get different kind of like era comparisons.
right.
But yeah, I think that's a compliment. I take that as a compliment for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this record, like every song is different. There's like something on it for everybody, like really in a real way, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
very eclectic.
But it's definitely, I mean, look, I will say it. White Reaper has their own sound, absolutely. And you had that on the first 2 albums, and you've continued that on this album. So congratulations. It's really good. I can't wait for it to come out. Can't wait for the rest of the world to hear it.
Thank you.
I want to play again the song I've been playing on this show from the new album, Might Be Right. What can you tell us about this song?
This one was one that Hunter and I kind of worked on a long time ago. We kind of got stuck on it back then, and we pulled it out just in time before we went into the studio. And yeah, I think it turned out really well.
Yeah. Was this the consensus was this was going to be the first new music we heard from the new album?
No. It was kind of a surprise that this was, at least to me,
Yeah.
I don't think we knew it would be this one, but here we are.
We started recording it, and it didn't sound good the first couple times we laid it down, so we had to do some kind of refurbishing to it. And then by the time we had it completed, we all really liked it a lot. And then some people from the label heard it, and they were very enthusiastic about it. It's definitely one of my favorite songs on the record. I just think the chorus is sick. I love Tony's harmony and melodies in that chorus part.
Well, everyone go out and get the new album when it's available, when you can pre-order it. WhiteReaper.com is the website. All the info is there. They're playing tonight in New York City at Coney Island Baby. Again, good luck getting in. But then tomorrow night, Amityville Music Hall in Long Island. Guys, a real pleasure to finally get you in the studio.
Thanks so
Again,
much.
congrats. Thank you for all the great music. Stay safe on the road. And come back. Maybe we'll do a little unplug thing or something next time through.
Sure.
Sweet.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.